Good afternoon. Today we are going to talk about another theory that is at the same time a prophecy. The name of this theory is the Aquaburst theory. This is a psychosocial theory of the age of Aquarius and talks about the thousand years of peace prophetized by the Apocalypse book. Well, for this, the the thing that made me realize this prophecy was the eruption of the metaverse. So I'm going to talk about the different um, the different ages that are going to happen in the following thousand years. But this starts in 865. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger for me to read it. Okay. Yes, there you are. Well, the first, you know that in this time everybody is talking about Web 1, Web 2, Web 3, right? The Web 3 have been called the metaverse. Based on that, I made up this theory that I call the Aquaverse theory because of it is a psychosocial theory of the age of Aquarius. Well, the first web is the web minus 5, starting in 1865, and the name of the space of this age is the bookverse because people used books in order to entertain themselves and to communicate themselves. Then it came the web minus 4, starting in 1885, and the name of the space in this generation was the I coined the name newsverse because the people used the newspapers in order to inform and to communicate one with another. Then it came the web minus 3 starting in 1905, and the name of the space in this generation was the cineverse because the people used the cinema in order to entertain and communicate with each other. Then the web minus 2 starting in 1925, the name of the space was the virtual space was the musicverse, and people used records in order to communicate and to um, socialize between them. Then the web minus 1 starting in 1945. The name of the virtual space here, I coined the name Radioverse, and people used radio in order to communicate and to socialize. Then came the web 0 in 1965, and I coined the name TVverse because people use the television in order to communicate and to socialize and to get the news. Then it came, as we all know, Web 1, starting in 1985, and I coined the name Interverse because what we used at that time in that generation was the internet. Then it came the Web 2 in 2005, and the name of the virtual space, I coined the name Socialverse because we used social networks. Then it came the Web 3 starting in 2025, so it means it doesn't start yet, and the name of the virtual space is obviously the metaverse. Then it will came the Web 4 starting in 2045, and the name of the virtual space in this case will be the Astroverse. Why? Well, because in 2045 it will start the astrominery or asteroid minery. So humanity will use all the advances in virtual reality, artificial intelligence, and what I call astronomy, meaning the technology to explore the space, in order to mine asteroids. Then it will come Web 5, starting in 2065, and the name of the virtual space in this case will be the Allenverse, because people will start moving from Earth to what I called astronauts, which are huge cities in space of several hundred and even thousand of kilometers in space, but they will be around in between the first Van Allen belt and the second Van Allen belt in probably in geosynchronous orbit. Then it will come Web 6 starting in 2085, and this will be called Assemblers because by that time we will master the space elevators technology, and we will start spending many time going up and down in these space elevators. Obviously, that for all of these advances in human technology, we will need this virtual spaces where all humanity can gather without the need of a physical gathering, but it will be a virtual gathering. That's why the name of these virtual spaces. Well, then it will come Web 7, starting in 2105. By this time, the entire planet Earth will be declared humanity heritage, and no more buildings will be allowed. No more concrete buildings will be allowed on planet Earth. So construction will move to space. The name of the virtual space in this case will be the Astriverse, because we will I don't remember the difference between Astriverse and Astriverse. Well, I will tell you later. The Web 8 will start in 2125, and the name of the virtual space in this case will be Annualverse. Why? Well, because people will humanity will build in geosynchronous orbit of Earth and a structure with the shape of a ring. Yes, it will be extremely enormous structure that probably will be called the An or Art ring or Annual ring, I don't know, something like that. And the name of the virtual space will be Annualverse. Then it will come Web 9, starting in 2145, and the name of the virtual space in this case will be the Lagrange verse, from the surname Lagrange, because in this case people will start inhabiting L4 and L5 between the Earth and the Moon. Then it will come Web 10, starting in 2165, and the name of the virtual space will be Moonverse. And here I want to clarify something. You may think, as I thought before, that some people will go to one place, other people will go to other place, and so on. But no, humanity will decide to colonize the solar system all together, doing it all in as one humanity, because the humanity will understand that staying together we will avoid wars, while going one nation to colonize one thing and other nation to colonize other thing, we will create the conditions to initiate a war sooner or later. So we're going to do everything together as one humanity, all nations having their own individuality, but in unison. That's why when we colonize the moon, we will do it all together as one humanity. Well, then Web 11 will start in 2185, and the name of the virtual space will be Marsverse. And in the case of the moon and in the case of Mars, we will build a ring around the moon and then a ring around Mars. We will not terraform anything, and we will not go in person to any of these planets and moons, because we will use telepresence to visit all these inhospitable places. Then Web 12 will start in 2205, and the name of the virtual space will be Mercuryverse. Web number 13 will start in 2225, and the name of the virtual space will be Beltverse, because we are going to move to the asteroid belt. Then Web number 14 will start in 2245, and the name will be Venusverse, the name of the virtual space, because we are going finally to colonize Venus. And as I said before, we are not going to terraform Venus, and we are not going to go to move in person to Venus, but we are going to use avatars and telepresence, and we are going to build floating cities over the clouds of Venus. Then Web 15 will start in 2265, and the name of the virtual space will be Jupiterverse. Web number 16 will start in 2295, and the name of the virtual space will be Saturnverse. Web 17 will start in 2305, and the name of the virtual space will be Uranusverse. And Web 18 will start in 2325, and the name of the virtual space will be Neptuneverse. And there you will have the finalization of this age, and then there will come 1000 years of peace, because starting in 2340 starting in 2145 we'll start the age of Aquarius, and then we will have, starting in 2345, maybe 1000 or 800 years of peace uninterrupted. Well, this is not a complete theory, but I wanted to share the state of this theory until up today with you all. Well, that is all, and see you soon. Bye bye.